Good morning, traders, and welcome to the Asian market preview. Well, it is the 7th of December, so we've got the big week out the way with all the fundamental data coming through. And, funnily enough, here's the number that we were looking for. The non-farm payrolls on Friday night came out stronger than expected, only by 10,000, but still, I suppose, after the rock and roll ride we had after Mario in the Euro last week, which sort of shoot, 4 or 5 big figures, that's maybe got a few of the dollar bulls back in the game. Now, I suppose what we saw, and I'll bring you over to the Euro because that's been the main game for the last few sessions, and it's a horrible chart to look at the moment. Look at this, sort of pretty much sideways for a few weeks on end. Then we got the big ECB event, bang, that took us, as I said, sort of four or five big figures. And now non-farms came out and got us back on that dollar buying track. But certainly from the position in the market, I think the market was certainly shorter euros rather than longer dollars. And as you see, the dollar buying came in, and it came in across the board on a few different currencies. There's the Aussie coming back, but only sort of 50 or 60 points, whereas Mario and the ECB moved it 400, 500 points. So just skipping across the currencies. Now our job is to work out what we're going to do. So for the day ahead here in Asia, it looks like it's going to be fairly quiet. The other thing I was expressly sort of mentioning the date was because we are heading into Christmas holiday trading conditions. Now, a lot of people will be talking about these, and it is a massive effect on the market. Liquidity will reduce gradually over the next few weeks into Christmas and the new year, and that should affect your trading. It will make moves that would normally take, say, the Euro 10 or 20 points. It will make them move 30 or 40 points. So you get a less true market. Now, the way they'll trade in these markets is to have smaller positions and bigger stop losses, and sometimes to look for things like false breaks. Now, the reason we look for that, and I'll be going over that in the week ahead later on, is because stop losses take more prevalence in these markets. Now, coaching position over, let's see what opportunities we've got ahead. As I said, Monday, maybe time to just evaluate what went on last week, and it was a massive week last week. The big things that really moved it, I've already highlighted, are pretty much the ECB, and then the non-farm payrolls. But don't forget, we had a hell of a lot of other fundamental data which should have been ticking off as you were going through things. A lot of Aussie data, a lot of sterling data coming out, and we've got to use that as we move forward into these markets. Opportunities are still there to make some really decent cash. And as I said, it moves further, so you get bigger stop losses, but you also take bigger take profits, and you can get on some big moves in the next few weeks. So just looking ahead to our position today, not too much out. We've got ANZ job advertisements in Australia. Just keep an eye on those. It's not really going to move the currency too much, but it's another one of those that you just want to have a little eye in for your own personal view on how the economy's going. And we've got not too much else. What could occur today? The one sort of like, I suppose, fly in the ointment could be Bank of Japan Governor Kuroda is speaking. So once again, tentative time. He's due to speak in Paris. So we've got no definitive time in the Euroclass Financial Forum. Could mean nothing. Normally does, but in these markets, if he does say something that's slightly out of whack with what the BOJ and the MIF have been coming out with, we could see dollar yen and the yen crosses flying all over the place. So keep an eye on that. Apart from that, we've got not much out until much later this evening. And another central banker, Bank of England Governor Carney speaking, and you've got Eurogroup meetings all day. Apologies. So for me, today's a bit more of a reassess my views. I'm still happy being a dollar bull, to be honest, but I'm going to be very wary of these thin liquid markets coming up, and we'll be trading accordingly. You'll see the levels coming up. What I'll be doing is probably where we say be putting a 25-point stop on, I'll probably be looking to put a 35, 40, or maybe 50-point stop. But certainly if I've got a 50-point stop, I'm going to be looking for 150 points. Now, the ranges we saw last week, or created last week from these severe sort of moves, they will give us the opportunity to make that sort of cash this week. So keep an eye on that. Keep up with things, get into the live trade zone, find out what's going on, and we'll be keeping you up to date in that. Okay, guys, good luck. Should be a fairly quiet day here in Asia. We'll be looking at the Tokyo Nikkei Open at 11 o'clock Sydney time. That could be the first catalyst we've got. See how we're going. dollar yen at the moment mid-range, so the yen crosses. I've got to update my charts, had a few days off last week, so I'll be looking at those. I'll whip something in the live trade zone for that for you guys as well. Good luck. If you need anything, give us a shout on Slack or whip us an email into info. Cheers guys, have a good one.